app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Nextdoor with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Nextdoor radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
At the end of the game? Okay. Back inside JB Flaherty Park, top half of the second. Disco Turkey's looking to get back after 2 runs came across. Bottom half of the first. Penn Seeley still on the mound. For the Fungo, up now is the catcher tonight for the Disco Turkeys, Logan.
No, he leaned into it. Clearly, he leaned into the ball. He didn't get out of the way. And the ball was coming over the plate, hit him, and they're going to call it his batsman. Wow.
Now batting the left
that's a terrible call.
Already a controversial start to this one. We had some
terrible.
controversy with the umpires last night with a wonky strike zone, and now we see some conversation from Jake Jones, the head coach of the Fungo.
Yeah, umpire's not even giving him a chance to come out here. I mean, that's terrible.
So an interesting start to this inning. And now we might have to see how that affects the rest of this game. If there's an inside pitch, you could see another Fungo or a Disco Turkey batter just lean into it like we just saw. But that'll bring up Dion Tubbs, and he'll pop up the first pitch he sees into left foul territory. He'll go over the fence, though, for a first pitch foul ball on the count. Dion Tubbs out of Carolina University, hometown Cincinnati, Ohio. Hit .353 this past season, 37 RBIs, 56 runs, 24 stolen bases. It's one of the better hitters for the Bruins this past season. 0-1 pitch. It's going to be lined into left field, so that'll be a single. So back-to-back base runners to start the top half of the second for the Disco Turkeys as the relay throw back in gets away, but Seeley will be there to recover.
I mean, a terrible call like that can not only influence what that batter does, goes to first, but stuff like that. Now Seeley is worried about, hey, these guys are standing here. I can't do anything.
They'll bring up Herman Breckbull, the junior outfielder from Wake Forest. No stats this past season. 22-2 for the Demon Deacons. 2 hits and 3 at-bats and a run. And a look at a first pitch off the outside. That's ball 1. He's a top 1,000 prospect by perfect game, the number 44 outfielder in Georgia coming into college. Is not sure where he is right now in the college world as he swings and misses at that one. But if he is on Wake Forest, it'll be interesting to see him here instead of out in Omaha as their team has their first game tomorrow night. Making it back to Omaha for the first time in several years. Number 1 overall seed, dominating their way through the regional and super regionals. That pitch will be fouled off. Trying to find a way to bring in the Wake Forest College as we're maybe only about 30, 35 minutes away from the campus. Beautiful campus it is out there at Wake Forest, and incredible baseball program so far this year, an incredible school as well. 1-2 pitch from Seeley. So that one's going to hit him, and he didn't even attempt to get out of the way, so they're going to give him another base, and this is going to get a little interesting now as we're seeing no attempt from the Disco Turkeys to move out of the way, and now the base is loaded with nobody out.
Now batting the first baseman, number 54, Derek Martinez.
And then I'll bring up Derek Martinez, playing at first base tonight. Normally pitches for the North Carolina A&T Aggies in college, but tonight will be at first. Bases loaded, nobody out. That first pitch inside, ball 1. So after 2 runs across the bottom half of the first, the Disco Turkeys come right back and load the bases in little to no trouble thanks to 2 hit batters out of the first 3 that Seeley has faced. Next pitch outside, ball 2. So Seeley's struggling to find control after hitting 2 batters early on in this inning.
Well, 2 batters that didn't move. So that's right now it's in his head. You just got to, as a young pitcher, you just got to be able to get that out of there and move on.
Well, Martinez skies went into shallow left field, and it looks like there might be some confusion. It looked like the runner at third might have tried to run, but no chance to beat out that throw for Amita. So 1 out already, and that gets the chance for a double play. The force out at all bases. So good recovery from Seeley to get the batter out. That'll bring up Max Gustafson, the third baseman tonight for the Disco Turkeys. Gustafson, third baseman. Swings through the first pitch, 0-1. The freshman from Hall River, North Carolina, Committed to Bryant University. Did not play at all for the Bulldogs this past season. Went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a double in the game on Tuesday, and that ball is going to be skied into center field. And making the play will be the center fielder Harding. He's going to try and throw it in, and that throws will be wild. So that will be a sacrifice fly for Max Gustafson to get the Disco Turkeys on the board. But back-to-back quick outs, and it looks like that Sealy is doing a good job of limiting the damage so far.
And the center fielder for the Fungo just kind of sailed it to the left. A good job by Roteke to be able to stop that, and without having the runner advance to third. Clinton, not a chance at that third base or at home, so good job by Roteke to limit that damage.
So now up is the 9-hole hitter Tyler Scheidel, playing second base tonight out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Plays at Surrey Community College. Looks at a strike. Hit .214 with 3 RBIs and a triple for the Knights this past season. Previously attended Oak Grove High School. He was selected to 2 perfect game All-American events in the preseason. He'll foul that pitch off behind the plate. So falls behind 0-2 quickly to Penn Sealy.
Be able to limit this to only 1 run after being bases loaded, no outs. Be good for Penn Sealy to be able to get it, just kind of mindset a little bit back in the right direction.
0-2 the count, 2 outs, runners on first and second, 1 run across. And that pitch is going to be lined into the left center field gap, and that one's going to drop down. That should be extra bases. That'll tie the game, might bring the go-ahead run home. The runner coming across third, he will score. So a bases clearing double for the 9-hole hitter Tyler Scheidel. And just like that, the Disco Turkeys claim the lead in the top half of the second.
Just a great hit, fooled our left fielder there for the Fungo. And Thomas Fox kind of came in a little bit and then just dropped behind him. Get a great hit for number 5 there.
Tyler Scheidel clears the bases. That'll bring the top of the lineup back up. That'll be Chuck Evans, who struck out looking in his first at-bat. He'll swing through that one. They're going to say it's a foul ball. Prevents the runner advancing to third. So Sealy almost got out with very little damage.
41, Alex Rodriguez.
Again, limiting a factor for Penn Sealy here to be able to get out of this will be huge for us.
Correction, this is number 41, Alex Rodriguez, the 10-hole hitter tonight, a late addition to the lineup. The extra hitter. That pitch in there, strike 3, got him looking. So after some early damage with the hit by pitches by Sealy, he gets out of it, but 3 runs do come across on a couple hits and some hit by pitches. Wake Forest Fungo look to get the lead right back, bottom half of the second.
On behalf of everyone at Oliver's Towing for a Cure, in memory of Denise Ellis, Sandra Newton, along with all who have lost their battle and in honor of all living survivors. 100% of all ticket sales and proceeds go to Pretty in Pink Foundation in Raleigh, North Carolina on behalf of breast cancer awareness. The raffle tickets are for sale, $25 each or 5 for $100. First place, custom wrap snap on toolbox, $2,500 value. Second, a Vase Texas Roadhouse gift card, that's $550 value. Third place, a Roku 55-inch TV, a $248 value. Fourth, breast cancer theme diecast NASCAR and gas card, that's a $90 value. Fifth place, Steel Magnolias gift card, $50 value. Sixth place, Fishing Creek gift basket. Drawing will be held at the Boyd GM on October 28th at 2 p.m. You do not have to be present to win. Again, 100% of all ticket sales and proceeds go to Pretty in Pink Foundation in Raleigh, North Carolina. For more information, you can contact 919-693-2520 for all purchases or questions. Pretty in Pink Foundation, sponsored by everyone at Oliver's Towing for a Cure, in memory of Denise Ellis, Sandra Newton, along with all who have lost their battle and in honor of all living survivors. They are selling t-shirts and bracelets. T-shirts are starting at $12 depending on size, and bracelets are only $3 each. Towing for a Cure, Pretty in Pink Foundation, sponsored by everyone at Oliver's Towing. More information information, 919-693-2520.
Bottom half of the second inning here at JB Flaherty Park. Josh Bartosa joined alongside Trey Snide on Next Door Radio and streaming live on the Wake Forest Fungo YouTube channel. It's the first pitch to Tommy Martinez in the bottom half of the second is in there for strike one. If you're just joining us, Wake Forest Fungo back-to-back doubles and an error in the bottom half of the first gave them the lead as the next pitch is outside ball one before 3 runs came across the top half of the second thanks to a couple of hit-by pitches, a sac fly, and a bases-clearing double. So looking more like a shootout like we saw last night, back and forth action. We'll see if it continues as that next pitch is lined hard into right field, but directly at the right fielder, Breckbull, and he'll make the first out of the inning. Tommy Martinez retired quickly.
Put a good swing on it, just a little bit too soft towards it. Hit it right to the right fielder. It's going to be huge for the Fungo to come back here in the bottom of the half of the second after giving up 3 potential game-changing missed calls from the umpire. But let's see what the Fungo could do here.
We'll see how both pitchers respond as Conrad throws a breaking ball in there for strike one. Both pitchers struggling early in this one. Conrad gave up the back-to-back doubles for the Fungo. Already looking like he's been much more confident on the mound so far. That pitch outside, ball one.
That was a strike in the first. That's got to be it's going to be interesting how that kind of transpires as they start kind of getting a little deeper there.
Strike zone the last few games has been kind of all over the place, and that pitch in the same spot, but that one's going to be called a strike 1-2. To Will Hood, who had the triple last night, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, and also had a walk as well. Got the scoring started for the Wake Forest Fungo. The 1-2 pitch. He's going to hit that one hard and deep down the left field line at the wall. It's gone! Will Hood skies one out of left field, and the Wake Forest Fungo tie it right back up.
There you go. Good swing. Down the left or the third base line. What a great, man, what a good hit.
First home run of the season for Will Hood. And just like that, it's tied once more. An absolute moonshot. That one was on the inside corner. It looked like he may have been a little early on it, but it stayed fair.
Come see us in Brook Street.
Hit a 2-run single last night to win the ball game in the bottom of the 8th for the Fungo. Now coming back up strong for the Fungo here in the second inning.
Jack Boyles with the first pitch. He sees into right field, opposite field single, I should say. So back-to-back hits for the Fungo. Going back to Will Hood, this is his second year with the Wake Forest Fungo. That was his first home run with the team, and no better time to get one than to tie the game up in the bottom half of the second.
Just simple swing, like you mentioned, was in the inside. Was a little early on that, and was able just to drive it to left field. What a great hit! Tied ball game. Here we go.
That'll bring up Hunter Stone, batting 10th, the extra hitter tonight out of Wake Forest, North Carolina. Plays at Lewisburg Community College at a 219 average with 6 RBIs, a home run, and 2 doubles this past season. On the season, a 500 average and 7 RBIs with 2 homers already for the Fungo. And a third home run on the season could be huge. Right here is that first pitch outside ball one.
Man, from Lewisburg College, best JoCo in the nation, or one of the best.
He'll foul the next pitch off 1-1.
Don't tell these other JoCos I said that.
If they're listening, we do apologize. But not only are they one of the best, they have a great name, the Hurricanes, obviously.
Right.
There's a Carolina Hurricanes National Hockey League team that plays about 45 minutes down the road from here. As a few days ago, the NHL season officially wrapped up alongside NBA. So just baseball for the next few months, as that next pitch is low, ball 2. We've got the College World Series starting tomorrow. Wake Forest, one of those teams in there, as we already mentioned. Got some TCU. Oral Roberts, one of the 3rd ever 4 seeds to make it into the College World Series.
Playing great baseball.
Playing great baseball. That pitch is fouled off. Also played some great basketball this past season as well. And a couple of seasons ago. They're a team that whenever they have a low seed in anything, seem to be a heartbreaker, and they have been so far. You've got teams like Tennessee out there, TCU as well, Oregon, Stanford, a bunch of good teams coming into that Omaha Regional. But you've got baseball right here. That 2-2 pitch swung right through, strike 3. So that's 2 gone now in the bottom half of the second. And the lineup will roll over for Nick Badgett.
Talk a little bit about TCU, the Horned Frogs. Boy, they took care of Arkansas. They just had a tremendous run. Watch out for them Horned Frogs. We saw that in football a couple years back. Came out of nowhere. That's exactly what's happening here.
Nearly won the national championship this past season. The first pickoff move of the night belongs to A&M Conrad, but it's unsuccessful. They dethroned Michigan, which as a Penn State fan always makes me very happy as a Penn State student. And then they got absolutely curb stomped, some might say, by Georgia, who was a national powerhouse, like maybe 15 NFL players.
In the first round. So there
in
you
the first
go.
round. Yeah, I mean, they're just a tough team. The first pitch to Nick Badgett, his second time up, is a strike. Had that leadoff double in the first inning. Teaches a good team. We talk about Arkansas as well for baseball. They've always been near the top. Another pickoff move from Conrad, unsuccessful again. Looking out for that speedy Will Hood, the speedy Jack Boyles on first base. But Arkansas, been the number one national seed a couple of times. Next pitch, low for a ball. 1-1. Arkansas just can't seem to get out of the super regional. There's a guy on TCU. Name is blanking me right now as we get time for a new baseball. But he hit 2 grand slams in the same game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
2 grand slams helped TCU win game 2. Then they won game 3 as well. So TCU obviously been a team that has been breaking a lot of hearts. There's a 1-1 pitch from Conrad to be fouled off the inside foot of Nick Badgett. So 1-2 the count now to the leadoff hitter. Already with a double today, came around to score after Evan Harding did the same thing on the next at-bat.
Another double here will score the runner from first. But again, we've tied the ball game up here in the second. Again, after giving up 3 in the top. And so continue doing some work here for the Fungo would be huge, especially for Penn State, who gave up those 3 runs.
1-2 pitch is skied behind the press box. So Nick Badgett stays alive. Like you mentioned, ball game is tied again thanks to the solo shot from Will Hood. Sponsored by Page 158 Books, also known as a book bomb here at JB Flaherty Park. They donate books for every home run. One of the first ones we've seen in a couple games. Here's that next pitch is going to be on the outside corner. Nick Badgett doesn't like it, but the Disco Turkey certainly do. They'll get out of the inning, but 1 run comes across on the solo shot, and 1 runner left on base. 3-3 is your score. We'll be back at the top of the third in a moment.
Welcome to the town of Wake Forest, home of Fungo Baseball. We're glad you have joined us today in the Forest, and we are especially proud to have Mitchell Heating and Cooling as a sponsor and a supporter of Wake Forest Fungo Baseball. Mitchell Heating and Cooling's rich tradition is built on a reputation of quality, integrity, and a great value for the customer's dollar. For over 50 years, Mitchell Heating and Cooling has continuously met its customers' needs by maintaining, servicing, designing, and installing quality systems that will stand the test of time. Mitchell Heating and Cooling is a premier-level Trane comfort specialist that has been certified by Trane as having met Trane's stringent standards and is committed to being the best in every aspect of business. Reach out to us today at MitchellHVAC.com for all your heating and cooling needs. Enjoy your day here in the Forest, and roll Fungo!
Now's the best time of year to get more for your money on new Mahindras. Enjoy 0% interest or save thousands of dollars on rugged Mahindra tractors. That's more for less on many of Mahindra's best-selling models, with tractors that deliver more lift capacity, fuel efficiency, and built-in weight. Save more on Mahindra today. Visit Vanco Outdoor Equipment, your local Mahindra tractor dealer. 0% APR. Financing available for limited time only. See us or go to MahindraUSA.com for more information. Hey, we made it easy for you here on Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Next Door Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Next Door with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Nextdoor Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
The Disco Turkeys, the center fielder number 39, Chuck Evans.
Top half of the third inning here at JB Flaherty Park on Next Door Radio and the Wake Forest Fungo YouTube. Josh Bartosik alongside Trace Knight. New pitcher on the mound for the Wake Forest Fungo. Trent Pulliam, the freshman out of Richmond, Virginia, plays at Pitt Community College, going up against Chuck Evans. First pitcher here is going to be lined hard into somewhat deep right field. Making the play will be Badgett. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the new pitcher in his first outing for the Fungo this season.
A little bit different release point for Pullum here. Might catch some of these disco turkeys off guard a little bit.
Correction, Trent Pullum is a sophomore. Look at his stats out of Pitt Community College with 5.95 ERA. So the next pitch in to Devin Rodriguez is off the plate for ball 1. So 5.95 ERA, 35 walks, 45 Ks, and 42.1 innings pitched. That next pitch is going to be hit into the right center field gap. But a great play by Evan Harding running from left to right. Makes a beauty for the second out, and Trent Pulliam making quick work of the Disco Turkeys in the top half of the third.
Wow, what a great jump there at center field, and Harding was able to track that ball down, made a great route towards the baseball, and helped out Pullum there. Great play.
So Harding doing it very solid so far. Early pull for Penn Sealy. Might just be a bullpen day for the Fungo. We'll have to wait and see.
Try to limit the base running and the scoring from Disco Turkey after Penn Sealy gave up 3 in the second. The Pullum looks really good so far.
First pitch to Caden Smith swung right through. First strike 1. We talked about that weird release point. Kind of throws off the batters when you see him kind of wind up, almost like a wind-up toy on the mound. As he'll swing through another one, 0-2. He's behind that fastball. So potential for a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Fungo on Trent Pulliam's first appearance this summer. The 0-2 pitch could be fouled off. Smith stays alive. Talk a little bit more about Caden Smith. He hit .378 as a senior in high school and came into college as a top 500 player by perfect game. It's number 225 catcher in the nation, the number 12 catcher in the state of North Carolina. This whole line went hard out to center field, right at Evan Harding, who will make the catch. So a 1-2-3 inning for Trent Pulliam and the Fungo, making quick work of the Disco Turkeys. Fungo will look to take the lead in the bottom half of the third right after this.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Breakthrough Physical Therapy can help athletes and their families find pain relief with lasting results to keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across North Carolina and South Carolina, contact Breakthrough today at breakthrough-pt.com to see a physical therapist. Breakthrough Physical Therapy, a trusted choice for keeping athletes and their fans in the game.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect restaurant or the right clothes. It also feels really good making the right insurance decision. That's where State Farm agent Margier White can help. Stop in at 234 Raleigh Road in Henderson and let her help you select the right protection at the right price. State Farm agent Margier White will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you know what to expect when the unexpected happens. Stop by and visit today at 234 Raleigh Road or give her a call at 252-598-0163. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Unforgettaballs.com. 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 Now that I have your attention, I want to take a moment to tell you about Unforgettaballs.com. Unforgettaballs.com specializes in hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. They also create a customized coaster, bottle opener, and so much more. Visit their website today at unforgettaballs.com and follow them on all of their social media outlets today. That's unforgettaballs.com.
Back inside JB Flaherty Park, bottom half of the third inning, still tied at 3 apiece. And I'm caught right back on the mound. He'll throw a first pitch ball to Evan Harding, who doubled his first time up, brought home the first run of the early evening and came around to score later in said evening.
2 in the first, 1 in the second for the Fungo, looking for here in the third to be able to continue their scoring ways.
Ball 2 to Evan Harding, a 2-0 count for the 2-hole hitter of the Fungo. Conrad winds and deals. That pitch will be in there for a strike. So count now at 2-1. Conrad looking to do what Trent Pulliam just did, get a quick 1-2-3 inning. And the next pitch goes in there for a ball, strike, count even at 2 apiece.
Conrad's not particularly, his command is not very good here this evening because he's hitting every single part of it. So I guess you can say he's using the entire plate.
Swing and a miss gets Evan Harding on the breaking ball outside. And one down to the bottom half of the third for the Fungo. That'll bring up Anthony Mita, the second baseman for the Fungo tonight. Struck out, swinging his first time up. Mita in that left-handed batter's box. Look at a high first pitch for ball 1.
Got Meta crowding the plate here. He's deep into the box. Back foot on the back line of the batter's box.
Next pitch in there for a strike. The breaking ball, count even at 1 apiece.
Swing.
Mina will foul that one off. Gets under it, 1-2.
So I put a good swing on it, just a little bit late.
One to the count to Anthony Mita, 1 away in the bottom half of this third inning. He'll pop that one up into shallow center field, making the play, and calling for it will be Scheidel, the second baseman, and 2 away
Now
early
catcher, number 22,
for
Jackson
the Wake Forest
Rusecki.
Fungo. So I'll bring up Jackson Rusecki. 0 for 1 on the day. He popped up to the third baseman. Back in the first inning, he'll look at a first pitch ball well inside.
Almost hit him. I see that Ruteki's using the same mentality as the disco turkeys of not getting out of the way.
If Ilham's not got a call for it, you might as well stick in there. 1-0 pitch at the knee, strike 1. Conrad looking to get a 1-2-3 inning for the Turkeys. But Rutecki hits that one deep into right field. Trying to make the play. It will be Breckel, and he will. So a 1-2-3 inning for both sides in the third. We'll be back shortly for the top of the fourth right here on Next Door Radio.
At the end of 3 falls.
Audio Jungle.
On behalf of everyone at Oliver's Towing, towing for a cure, in memory of Denise Ellis, Sandra Newton, along with all who have lost their battle, and in honor of all living survivors. 100% of all ticket sales and proceeds go to Pretty in Pink Foundation in Raleigh, North Carolina, on behalf of breast cancer awareness. The raffle tickets are for sale, $25 each, or 5 for $100. First place, custom wrap snap on toolbox, $2,500 value. Second, a Vase Texas Roadhouse gift card, that's $550 value. Third place, a Roku 55-inch TV, a $248 value. Fourth, breast cancer theme die-cast NASCAR and gas card, that's a $90 value. Fifth place, Still Magnolias gift card, $50 value. Sixth place, Fishing Creek gift basket. Drawing will be held at the Boy GM on October 28th at 2 p.m. You do not have to be present to win. Again, 100% of all ticket sales and proceeds go to Pretty in Pink Foundation in Raleigh, North Carolina. For more information, you can contact 919-693-2520 for all purchases or questions. Pretty in Pink Foundation, sponsored by everyone at Oliver's Towing. Towing for a cure in memory of Denise Ellis, Sandra Newton, along with all who have lost their battle and in honor of all living survivors. They are selling t-shirts and bracelets. T-shirts are starting at $12 depending on size, and bracelets are only $3 each. Towing for a cure. Pretty in Pink Foundation, sponsored by everyone at Oliver's Towing. More information, 919-693-2520. Hey, we made it easy for you here on Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Next Door Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Next Door with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Next Door Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
Back inside JB Fleury Park, top half of the fourth. 3-3 your score between the Disco Turkeys and the Wake Forest Fungo. Josh Bartosi joined alongside Trey Snide on Next Door Radio and the Wake Forest Fungo YouTube live stream. A 0-1 count to Logan Conklin. Trent Pulliam still out there on the mound after taking relief in the last inning for the Wake Forest Fungo. And they're going to say that one hit him. It didn't really look like it did, but perhaps a bit of a sell job from Conklin. He'll reach second time he's been hit tonight. Was hit back in the second inning, which started all of the controversy, we might call it.
Yeah, and just, again, that's the third time in a row that we've hit somebody tonight where the batter never even attempt to move out of the way. So I'm extremely surprised that the umpire is letting that get away. But, hey.
Brings up Dion Tubbs, who was also hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Looks at a first pitch strike. And Pulliam gets ahead right there. Talked about Tubbs earlier, one of the better hitters for the Bruins out of Carolina University this past season. Originally went to McKendree in 2021 and Urbana in 2019 and 2020. As he'll foul that one down the right field line. So he's behind 0-2. Not a whole lot of stats for him or really the rest of the Ducks on their website. Kind of tough to find. So we don't know their stats this summer. But we just know that these guys can't hit the ball, and they hit it well. That pitch bounces in. Good job by Rutecki behind the plate to keep it in front of him.
Just about to say that Rutecki did a great job to be able to keep it in front, allow the runner to stay at first, an opportunity for it to make double play. We saw one yesterday. Let's see if we can make one nice little ground ball here.
1-2 the count, runner on first. The pitch from Pulliam, low for ball two, just a little bit low perhaps.
Strikeout here will set him up extremely nice.
Pulliam still looking for his first strikeout as a member of the Wake Forest Fungo. Had 3 straight lineouts, hard hit balls in the last inning. That pitch outside, ball 3. So a full count now to the left fielder, Dion Tubbs, with the runner already on first. Payoff pitch inside, ball 4. So 2 runners on with nobody out. Brings up Perman Breckbull, who made the final out.
Now batting
the last half
number
inning.
35, Perman Breckbull.
And he was also hit by a pitch. Excuse me, it was Dion Tubbs that hit the single in the second inning. And Breckbull was then hit to load the bases. But 2 runners on early in the top half of this fourth inning for the Disco Turkeys. First pitch from Pulliam is in there for strike 1. And you're talking about the double play. Something we don't see very often. The triple play is in order as well. Would certainly get the crowd here riled up as the 1-0 pitch, or the 0-1 pitch is outside, and a great stop behind the plate from Rutecki to keep the runners from advancing and keep that double play in effect.
And no outs here. A good ground ball will be extremely huge.
Runners on first and second, nobody out in the top half of this tied game of the fourth inning. That one will get away from Rutecki. Both runners will go, and Rutecki just has to eat it behind the plate. So that gets rid of the double play opportunity unless they somehow get the pop-up and the tag out at home. So Red Bull looking to regain the lead for the Disco Turkeys. 2-1 pitch from Pulliam. Swing and a miss on the outside corner.
Looking for a
He's gonna have
fastball
to.
there.
And that slow windup still seeming to confuse the Carolina batters so far. Still no hits against Pulliam, just the hit by pitch and the walk, along with the wild pitch. Pitch is low, ball 3, so another full count. Pulliam in danger of loading up the bases.
Just a matter of control. We talked a little bit about the young pitchers yesterday. Just controlling. I mean, this is his first outing today, so I know it's a nervous situation going up against a really good team in the Carolina Disco Turkeys. Just settle down here.
Payoff pitch. There to say he did not go on the check swing, so that will load up the bases. And with no outs, a big chance for Derek Martinez and the Disco Turkeys to take the lead.
Easier play here, force play. Get the force out.
Force at any base. Derek Martinez popped up to second his first time up. As we get a mound visit from Jake Jones and the rest of the staff. No one warming up in the Wake Forest bullpen. Maybe just a chance to try and calm down the young pitcher who's in his first start this summer for the Fungo. So bases loaded, nobody out. And we'll see how Pulliam responds after the conference on the mound. Throws the first pitch right down the middle, so it looks like he got a little bit of confidence from that talk.
Yeah, Coach Coons from Pro 5 Academy slowed him down a little bit. Again, we've seen after coaches' visits to the mound, we've seen them kind of settle down and pitch a lot better.
That pitch right down the middle once again, 0-2. So he's already making quick work now of Derek Martinez as we're nearing the bottom of the lineup for the Disco Turkeys. But we saw the bottom of the lineup last night be an issue with the Clovers. That pitch low and inside, ball 1.
Just missed.
One to the count, nobody out. Bases are juiced at a tie game in the top half of the 4th inning. And what's already becoming a similar scenario to yesterday with the slugfest. That pitch just a bit low.
Man. Well, that's all. I mean, he's much better poised from Pulliam here. Umpire's just not helping him.
Looked like nearly a perfect pitch. Home plate umpire did not agree. The 2-2 pitch, that one's going to be lined on the ground to first. Coming home quickly will be the first baseman, Hood it to Ratecki. So just get the one out, but they keep the run from scoring, and now a double play is in order.
Made the easy play at home base, took his time, threw it to Ratecki perfectly, and now with the ground ball, let's get out of this inning with a double play here.
Smart play by Hood to freeze the runners, or at least make a quick decision before deciding either step on first or go home. Made the right play to prevent the run from scoring. Brings up Max Gustafson, who had a sac fly his first time up in the 2nd inning. First pitch low, ball 1. Gustafson out of Burlington High School hit .317 with 28 RBIs his senior season. Has an RBI to his name in today's contest.
Again, multiple state championships there at Burlington High.
That pitch just fouled down the right field line. If that one stayed fair, that could have emptied the bases. Talked a lot about high school recently, Burlington High School. You went to Clayton way back when. I'm a Leesville product myself. So a lot of championships between those 3 schools in all of the sports. Leesville, a bunch of conference championships in football, never winning the state championship. Got close a couple years ago. Burlington, like you mentioned, a big state championship school. That pitch looked like it may have hit.
Didn't. Wow.
Well, I mean, they're going to say it didn't. So that one looked like it actually hit the batter, and he even tried to move out of the way. And that time the ump says, no, sir.
So if you make movement out of the box and hit you, you're going to stay right here. That's pretty much what it is.
Very interesting strategy so far. but does prevent a run from coming to score. So see a good break for the Fungo. The 2-1 pitch from Pulliam is outside, ball 3.
Can't lose him here. 3-1.
3-run, and this is pretty much where every hitting coach would give the swing away sign. Bases loaded in a tie game. Can't afford to walk a guy. With just 1 out. Look to see him swing for the fences. 3-1 pitch is lined hard into deep right field. That one's going to get over the head of the right fielder, Badge, and that one might clear the bases. 1 runs across. Here comes the second one. Third one's going to have to stop at third. But a 2 RBI double for Max Gustafson. Now has 3 RBIs of the day and gives the lead right back to the Disco Turkeys.
Scheidel.
So now 5-3 the score. That'll bring up Tyler Scheidel.
So just a good hit. Not much you can do from that. Got over the right fielder's head here for the Fungo.
Tyler Scheidel hit a double his first time up. Run up a couple of runs. He'll swing through the first pitch, 0-1. Still just 1 out in the top half of this 4th inning. Already 8 runs combined between these two teams. That pitch is going to be fouled off right behind us. So an 0-2 count to the 9-hole hitter, Tyler Scheidel, playing second today.
So the Fungo looking to go 2 games above 500 with this game after the Disco Turkeys did some work the first time these two teams faced off. And so, again, Fungo's playing better ball here today. It's just a matter of it starts with Pulliam right here. He's got to maintain the control that he had in the 3rd inning, top of the 3rd. It's kind of gone away from him here. But, again, young pitcher. Just a matter of getting out of it now.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, got him on the breaking ball down low. And now just 1 out away from only giving up 2 runs after the bases were loaded with nobody out.
Much better pitch. Fulton was looking for the changeup, got the fastball in the inside corner, got him.
Brings up Alex Rodriguez. No relation to the Hall of Famer, Alex Rodriguez, who some people say will be a Hall of Famer, some people say no because steroids, but let's be honest, everybody was using steroids back then. Always brings up the argument for Barry Bonds to make it in the Hall of Fame, but that's a different conversation.
That's a whole show by itself.
There's a whole show. And then you have the end of the Pete Rose scandal with gambling as well, which he should be in because, well, there's a whole lot of conversation.
He's 90 now, right?
He is
it
up there
is
in
it 90?
age. He might be dead before he ever makes the Hall of Fame, which would be not a sight to see as the count is 2-0 to Alex Rodriguez, the extra hitter tonight for the Disco Turkeys. Still runners on second and third, 2 away, and 2 across already in this inning thanks to the 2 RBI double from Max Gustafson. That pitch in there for a strike, 2-1.
Fortunately, it takes something like a death or whatnot for baseball, for any profession, but fortunately, it might happen after he's gone, so I hate to see it, though.
Would hate to see it. He was one of the best players, one of the few notable names to play for the Reds back in the day. That pitch was like to be chest high, and Rodriguez held back. So 3-1 count, 2 away. And a chance for the Disco Turkeys to break this game wide open, or the Fungo to keep it at just a 2-run deficit. Try to get those bats back up there. Pulliam trying to work himself out of a jam. Gets him to swing and miss on that one. Fastball outside. And the count is full with 2 gone.
That good pitch here. Limit the damage to 2 runs.
Rodriguez struck out looking his first time up. In danger of another strikeout.
Look for the fastball in the inside corner here. He's missed it 2 times. There it is.
That pitch bounced on its way in, so not too much damage. The base was open, but the lineup does roll over.
Back to the
for
top
Chuck
of the lineup
Evans.
for the Turkeys with the center fielder number
Yeah, make the
39,
easy out here.
Chuck
Easy
Evans.
play. Let's go get these 2 runs back. But it starts right here.
So Chuck Evans struck out looking and lined out to right field his 2 times up today. Top of the lineup, 0 for 6 for the Disco Turkeys. This is, in this spot, someone who you want up. He'll pop that one up onto the left field side. Third baseman Martinez
job.
will make the play. So a first pitch pop-up gets out of the bases loaded jam, but 2 runs come across on a couple hits and some walks. And the Disco Turkeys take a 5-3 lead into the bottom half of the 4th. We'll be right back on Next Door Radio.
Now's the best time of year to get more for your money on new Mahindras. Enjoy 0% interest or save thousands of dollars on rugged Mahindra tractors. That's more for less on many of Mahindra's best-selling models, with tractors that deliver more lift capacity, fuel efficiency, and built-in weight. Save more on Mahindra today. Visit Vanco Outdoor Equipment, your local Mahindra tractor dealer. 0% APR. Financing available for limited time only. See us or go to MahindraUSA.com for more information.
Unforgettaballs.com. 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 Now that I have your attention, I want to take a moment to tell you about Unforgettaballs.com. Unforgettaballs.com specializes in hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. They also create a customized coaster, bottle opener, and so much more. Visit their website today at unforgettaballs.com and follow them on all of their social media outlets today. That's unforgettaballs.com.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Breakthrough Physical Therapy can help athletes and their families find pain relief with lasting results to keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across North Carolina and South Carolina, contact Breakthrough today at breakthrough-pt.com to see a physical therapist. Breakthrough Physical Therapy, a trusted choice for keeping athletes and their fans in the game.
Bottom half of the fourth inning between the Carolina Disco Turkeys and Wake Forest Fungos at JB Flaherty Park on a steamy Thursday afternoon. Josh Partosik alongside Trey Snide on Next Door Radio and the Wake Forest YouTube live stream. 5-3 your score after a two-run at top of the fourth from the Disco Turkeys, thanks to a double by the bottom of the lineup in Max Gustafson. Up now for the Fungo, Thomas Fox, and he's got a 1-0 count.
It's a good pitch. Just missing the outside. Everybody, even in the Disco Turkeys dugout, thought it was a strike, but a good swing there to make it foul. 1-1.
That's a foul ball, which, what do we call those foul balls here at the Wake Forest?
That's a blow pop.
There it is. Said it way too many times the first few games.
I think you got me beat on that. You got me beat on the blow pop play.
The blow pop plays are always fun. Not as many kids as normal. It is still, well, you would call it a school night potentially, but I do believe most schools are out.
Yep. Summertime
has officially started with the weather in the upper 80s, low 90s, and that humidity just at a nice and cool 80-something% tonight.
Well, we saw last night. We had two ball games, which both games are going on right now. They like to flock in after their games are over. So we do got a good, nice little crowd here, though.
Crowd seemed to grow at the end as that pitch is just outside. So a full count now to Thomas Fox, leadoff hitter in the bottom half of the fourth, trying to get some runs back for the Fungo. It was a perfect time for those games to end last night, as right around that crowd grew was when the Fungo took the lead in the bottom half of the eighth, thanks to Will Walker's 2 RBI single in the bottom half of that inning.
And it looked good.
3-2 pitch is going to be lined down the left field line, and that one's going to get down. That should be extra bases for Thomas Fox. Trying to make the play will be Tubbs. He'll throw, and Fox will smartly stay at first. Great job by Tubbs to get a quick reaction on that. But a leadoff single for the left fielder tonight, Thomas Fox.
That was a short, that was a short swing for Fox there. He kind of got inside, got on his hands, and literally just short swinged it to left field. Great piece of hitting.
And that inside pitch is one that we've seen. The inside pitch on the righty-v-righty matchup we've seen get absolutely smashed. We saw Will Hood hit that home run earlier in this game on a pitch that was on the inside. So could be looking for that pitch. Nearly hits Hogan Stallings, but he'll take it for ball one.
Remember, if you move out of the box and it hits you, you're not hit.
But
if you stay in the box and you're hit, it's a hit. So let's all keep that in mind. And I'm saying that very sarcastically.
It's a little tough to do it, sense sarcasm through the radio, but for those that have been watching this game, it has been an interesting game behind the plate. I'm trying to not say it too loud because this window is open and I may be only 20 feet away from the home plate umpire. Pickoff move unsuccessful at first.
I think he's heard me a couple times already.
Might have a stern talking to in the parking lot for this one. I'm going to race my way home, not try to get into any issues with that. 1-1 pitch from Conrad to Stallings. He'll foul that one off for another blow pop. That one might actually get closer to the little kids game on the left side. We'll see. It seems like there's going to be some games all night long. Or there's a couple of teams outside, a couple teams playing.
What's great about Flaherty Park, they host a numerous amount. Got a workout thing right behind us, a playpen for the kids. It's good stuff here.
High and inside, that pitch to Stallings. Evens the count up at 2-2. There's also a dog park in this park. They're looking to renovate this field later, thanks to the town of Wake Forest. We don't know exactly when that preparation and those dimensions should be finished, but he'll foul another pitch off. That one might actually hit someone over there. That one looked a little more close, but we'll know if we hear a very loud ow.
That's right. Yeah, it's got Thirsty Thursday here at Flaherty Park, selling the homegrown brewery here. Great beer, of course, great food. Session stands out today.
Chick-fil-A, I do believe, is here, which makes me hungry as well. That pitch high.
Since I didn't know that, thank you. But, you know.
I think it was also here yesterday, or maybe I'm getting my days mixed up. It's tough to tell up here in this press box.
I did see it yesterday.
It was here. I know it was. Yeah, it was definitely here yesterday. I
smelt it yesterday. It was a great smell.
Absolutely delicious.
Gosh.
I do believe it is Blackbird Brewery here today. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed from Stallings. So the hottest hitter of recent for the Fungo, 0 for 2 with 2 swinging strikeouts. And that brings up Tommy Martinez, who lined out to right field his first time up.
Again, Stallings was just raking coming into the ninth ball game, back-to-back strikeouts. Going back to his college, this past year was a 158 average, so much better improved here this year. The Disco Turkey's got the best of them so far.
First pitch to Martinez outside, ball one. It's very interesting. Hogan Stallings is one of those guys that some might call streaky, as that might be attentive to his .158 average in college, but he's been one of the better hitters this season so far for Wake Forest. That pitch is high, just above the letters for ball 2. So far, Conrad's struggling to get ahead of these hitters, but still finding a way to battle back and get outs with one already gone the bottom half of this 4th inning. With Thomas Fox on first after the leadoff single, Conrad kicks and deals the 2-0. Pitch is going to be lined directly to the second baseman. Shuttle over to Rodriguez. That's one. Over to first for Martinez, and he makes the double play. So a 4-6-3 double play ends the threat of the Fungo. One runner on, one left on base on the one hit. And we'll go to the top half of the 5th. It's your score, 5-3.
PlumServe LLC technicians have over 20 years of experience in plumbing repair and services. They pride themselves in being a local, honest, and professional company. Let them give you a quote today on those needed upgrades in your home. Your choice for plumbing in Creedmoor, Oxford, Henderson, Durham, Raleigh, Chapel Hill, Cary, Apex, Stem, Garner, and the greater Triangle area. Visit their website today to schedule. You can contact them there as well. PlumServeLLC.com. Again, that's PlumServeLLC.com.
Father and son duo. They are going to be doing our uniform race today. I'm going to give my little man over here a little bit of a head start, and then Dad will get to go. So on the count of 3, if I can have some help from my fans here today, let's get them started.
Welcome back to Flaherty Park for Wake Forest Fungo Baseball. We're listening to some live games from the stands.
All right, Dad, go.
I'm going to go with little kid here. I'm going to go with little kid. What do you got?
I think he might have the advantage. Well, it's not just that he gets the head start, but it's also the fact that, old man knees for a father. I'm 19 years old. I'm 6'4". I have old man knees already. And look at him now. He's trying to. He's cheating. And the kid's still going strong. And, he can probably just go. Honestly, he's just got to go.
Got him.
Dad's got his pants between his ankles. That's a metaphor if I've ever seen one. But
I should have bet some money on that, Bab. I'm not sure we're allowed to talk about gambling on this thing, but
Well, sports wagering is now legal as of yesterday, thanks to Roy Cooper and the North Carolina government. So technically, I think you can.
Devin Rodriguez.
Now, if you're getting paid, but now, granted, as we are working for the Wake Forest Fungo, I don't know if we can bet on said team, but we can bet on the sideline games.
I think we have somebody. Oh no, Brad Mize is the general manager. Is not in the press, but I'm gonna ask him when he comes up here.
We're gonna have to. That we might.
Ask
if you heard that from us and it ends up being not legal, you didn't hear that from us. But top half of the 5th inning, Trent Pulliam still out there on the mound for the Wake Forest Fungo. His first pitch into it, Devin Rodriguez, is low for ball 1. Don't want to get in any danger of getting kicked off the air.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Just kicking off the season.
Yeah, well, here comes Brad. So if you want to ask your question,
Mr. Brad Mize, come to the broadcast, my friend. We need you. We need you a microphone. You're good. Go ahead. No, you're good. Talking about some gambling over here.
We're just wondering if it's legal to talk about on the air.
There
He
you
said
go.
it's good. Excellent. We are not going to get fired tonight. Awesome. 2-0 pitch is bounced in. Now, I'm still going to deter away from betting on the Wake Forest. I've learned that betting on teams that I work for / root for.
Yeah, don't do that.
Never ends well.
We've seen, talking about one of those situations back in 1985, so go from there.
See, well, you can talk about Pete Rose. You were talking about him earlier. He had a gambling problem himself. That pitch was somehow called a strike. So, again, every time that there's a questionable call, I'm trying my best to be a little quieter. I do not want to get yelled at by this home plate umpire at the end of the night. 3-1 pitch, bounced in. That's a walk. So a leadoff man aboard
Now
in the
batting
form of
DH
Devin
number 1,
Rodriguez.
Caden Smith.
So it's been very interesting so far to watch this lineup. Still no hits in the top 3 leadoff batters for the Disco Turkeys. They are 0 for 7 with 1 walk. As here comes up Caden Smith. Looking to change that first pitch outside, ball 1.
Small adjustment, Ken, small adjustment.
Grounded out to third his first time up, and then lined out directly to Evan Harding back in the 3rd inning. That pitch just off the outside corner, 2-0.
Problem is, we just don't know where the strike zone is. That's got to be difficult as a pitcher.
And we get a meeting between Ruteki and his pitcher. It is tough to tell when the strike zone seems to jump from place to place, and also when you're not really allowed to throw inside, because if the batter doesn't move, they're just letting it hit him. So he's trying to do his best to steer clear. Do see some movement in the bullpen. Can't tell the number just quite yet. We'll get that to you when we can for the Wake Forest Fungo. But we will see. So Trent Pulliam still in there. 2-0 count with no outs in the top half of this 5th inning. That pitch bouncing as well, so it's another 3-0 count.
He's missing
Caden
down and missing out. So, again, that's just the control situation here this evening, especially giving up 2 in there in the 4th to go up 5-3 for the Disco Turkeys.
Might have rattled his confidence a bit. The 3-0 pitch is outside ball 4, so back-to-back walks on little to no
Now batting the
pitches.
catcher number 6, Logan
It
Conklin.
brings up Logan Conklin, who, if you look at his stats for the night, he's 0 for 0 because he's been dinked twice. He's not moved out of the way either time.
Yeah.
And hitting a batter here would be crucial. But here comes Jake Jones. We might see the end of Trent Pulliam's night as the infield comes in. But we'll have to wait and see. Could benefit from another pitcher's mound visit. We saw that in the last inning. Seemed to work before giving up the 2 RBI double. But got 2 quick outs before.
That's what we like to say in the press box world, a slow walk to the mound to give the pitcher warming up some time to warm up. And just like that, Pulliam's pulled.
So that will be the end for Trent Pulliam. We can't give you the full stats just yet. That will be Jaden Bailey coming out of the bullpen for the Wake Forest Fungo. But so far a bullpen night for the Wake Forest Fungo. As we'll take a look at Jaden Bailey, who will get some warm-up pitches himself.
Welcome to the town of Wake Forest, home of Fungo Baseball. We're glad you have joined us today in the Forest, and we're especially proud to have Mitchell Heating and Cooling as a sponsor and a supporter of Wake Forest Fungo Baseball. Mitchell Heating and Cooling's rich tradition is built on a reputation of quality, integrity, and a great value for the customer's dollar. For over 50 years, Mitchell Heating and Cooling has continuously met its customers' needs by maintaining, servicing, designing, and installing quality systems that will stand the test of time. Mitchell Heating and Cooling is a premier-level Trane comfort specialist that has been certified by Trane as having met Trane's stringent standards and is committed to being the best in every aspect of business. Reach out to us today at mitchellhvac.com for all your heating and cooling needs. Enjoy your day here in the Forest and roll Fungo!
Now's the best time of year to get more for your money on new Mahindras. Enjoy 0% interest or save thousands of dollars on rugged Mahindra tractors. That's more for less on many of Mahindra's best-selling models, with tractors that deliver more lift capacity, fuel efficiency, and built-in weight. Save more on Mahindra today. Visit Vanco Outdoor Equipment, your local Mahindra tractor dealer. 0% APR. Financing available for limited time only. See us or go to MahindraUSA.com for more information.
Back inside JB Flaherty Park, Jaden Bailey finishing his warm-up. We'll get a look at his stats so far on the season. The 6'4" right-hander
number 48, Jaden Bailey.
out of Shawan University. As up to bat now is Logan Conklin.
Got to control it. You got to control the situation. Runner on first and second. Conklin's at the bat. It's already been hit twice, and once again, is not moving out whatsoever because he doesn't have to. Apparently,
Been very interesting to watch this so far on really either side. The next pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. The count now to Conklin. Runners on first and second.
swung through it, gets past the catcher. Behind you, behind you.
And that will allow the runners to move up, but they're 2-1 count now to Conklin.
Got stuck with the home plate umpire. Didn't know where the ball was. You can hear the entire press box up here, including me.
Everyone's screaming to try and figure out what was going on. To no avail. So actually a 1-2 count as he swung through that one. So a foul ball keeps his at-bat alive. Jaden Bailey now has a lot of work to do with no outs and 2 runners in scoring position. That pitch should be lined directly to the third baseman, who will make the out quickly. Looks like it may have hit the ground, but they're going to say Martinez caught it, so a good play from him.
A little bit too far out from third base line as the third base runner took off. And he was
almost a dangerous double play, which we have not seen a lot of those.
Seen one this year.
Seen one this year, just a few so far. As we now look at Dion Tubbs for his third time. Got a single and walked in his 2 at-bats today. That pitch will bounce in but stay in front. Good work from Bertecki behind the bag. So a 1-1 count. Bailey's stats this season, a 1.93 ERA in 2 games, 4.2 innings pitched, just 1 run against, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Been one of the better pitchers. This is exactly who you want coming out of the bullpen, trying to keep the deficit at just 2 for the Fungo. That pitch to be skied down the left field line, but well foul. So 1-2 the count now.
Fans, remember to get those foul balls back to Aiden in the concession stand for a free blow pop.
Impressive. Hey, look at him. There you go.
The blow pops, as we
job.
say. Not as many kids at this field just now. A lot of them are playing at the adjacent fields. That pitch will go off the glove of Bertecki, but he'll keep it in front of him for a 2-2 count.
Bailey's making Bertecki work back there. And 2-2 count, 1 out. Ground ball here, strikeout would be huge.
A single could break this game open and double the lead. That ball is fouled off for another blow pop and another pitch that may have hit someone over at that left field.
Heard a little screech over there. Sorry.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger is the staying.
There you go. Like I told my 6-year-old son now playing T-ball, gets hit by the ball, just throw some dirt on it and move on.
That is the saying. That one's going to be lined hard to Mita. He'll make a great play at second. Throw it to first. 1 run will come home to score. But a beautiful job from Mita to keep it in the infield and limit the damage to just 1.
Number 35,
what a play at second base. Meta potentially saved another run. 1 run that came across, now 6-3, but runner at second base could have advanced and even around third to go home. But good job.
That'll bring up Pierman Breckable, who was hit by a pitch and is walked in his team's come around to score twice in this contest. And he'll hit the first pitch down the right field line. You can hear everybody in the press box say it was foul, and they do call it foul. It was about a foot.
It was close.
It was close, but not close enough to make it a real controversial call. There's no replay here at the stadium, but with how this ump has been calling some of these pitches, some people might be calling for a replay system in the near future. So now a runner just on second. One runner across, Jaden Bailey relieving Trent Pulliam.
Replay would be pretty cool.
It's always nice,
It'd be
too.
a little bit easier.
Would make our job easier up here as well if we had a nice little TV box.
I mean, I got a TV.
Hey. Great diving stop by Mita, but the ball gets just through him. But he'll eat it. Keeps the ball in the infield again. Not able to get the out. But prevents a run, most likely from coming around to score. So runners on the corners, they'll probably rule it an infield single.
That's what we're calling it.
Will most likely score. That did look like that. If it wasn't going to be stopped by Mita, it would have brought home a run. So great defensive plays back to back by the second baseman out of Campbell. That bring up Derek Martinez. Fouls the first pitch he sees down the left field line.
Ooh.
Field line.
Ooh. He ducked and almost got hit out there.
So it is getting close. We do see a little kid with a ball. Actually, there's now two out there, so he's going to get two blow pops by the end of this game.
That's a blow pop. There's another.
Fouls another one. That kid might end up with a basket full of them. He's got his hands full right now.
You gotta
Just
love
start
it.
stuffing them in his pockets. Maybe he has a hat over there. We'll
Rock and roll. Good for him.
See, so 0-2 to Derek Martinez, who was 0-2 on the day, popped up to second and reached on a fielder's choice.
Tell you, if I was that a kid once again, I'm 35, so I feel old now. But going that age, and there was a competition about how much blow pops we can get. I promise you, I'd have been on the at least top 5.
There have been a lot coming through that pitch to be fouled down the right field line. Well, early on that was Martinez. So he stays alive in the 1-2 count and keeps the inning alive for the Disco Turkeys. One already across in this inning.
You got a fast-paced game here today, already in the top of the 5th.
A little different from last night's game. Another foul ball right back to that kid once again. So that's already 3 this
His
inning.
mama
I think
is
that
like,
he's got it.
Guys are killing me. They're killing me.
Be
all
a
this sugar.
Sugar rush if I ever see one. Got to pray for that month tonight on a random Thursday too, not on a weekend. So.
Sorry, it's summertime. It's summertime.
Yeah, well, not for the parents most likely. She's most likely got to get up bright and early tomorrow, and that kid. 1-2 pitch goes off the glove of Ruteki, but keeps it in front of him.
Give a selfish plug out to Station Army over there in Vance County in Henderson for the summer camp. Keeps them all the way up until 6 p.m. Wears him out. Talking about him, my 6-year-old, my son.
And it's tough to wear a 6-year-old out. That pitch could be fouled again. So 4 foul balls already in this at-bat. Actually, I do believe that was 5. There's one down the right field line. So good work. It's a 2-2 count.
Kind of a little change up here to our breaking ball for him to kind of be fooled. He's leaning a little bit, so he's
Martinez
looking for
early. That pitch is going to be smacked softly over to shortstop and goes
he
right
dropped
under the glove of Boyles.
That's an error.
That's going to be an error. Looked at the bag, just thought about the play before making it. That will bring home a run. That's a backbreaker. As a run will come home to score and keep the inning alive. Makes the score 7-3 now in favor of the Turkeys. Max Gustafson up now for the 3rd time first pitch in their first strike.
Couple unlucky plays for Bailey to be able to get out of this inning, but hey, 2 outs still. Keep the damage here. We'll be all right.
1-1 count. Gustafson, 3 RBIs already in the game. Had a sac fly in the second and a 2 RBI double his last time up. Another curveball. He'll smack down over to Mita, who will gobble up at second and make the play over to Hood at first. So 2 runs come across, 1 on an error. And the lead is now 4 for the Disco Turkeys. We'll be right back from after the 5th right here on Next Door Radio.
Oliver's Towing and Recovery is a family-owned and operated local business since 1965. This local family business does towing and recovery in and surrounding areas of Granville County. Oliver's Towing and Recovery also does jump starts, lockouts, tire changes, fuel delivery, local and long-distance tows, and medium and heavy-duty towing. Call today if you need a pick-me-up from Oliver's Towing and Recovery at 919-693-2520. That's 919-693-2520, or find them online at oliverstowingllc.com. There's nothing too big or too small for Oliver's Towing and Recovery.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Breakthrough Physical Therapy can help athletes and their families find pain relief with lasting results to keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across North Carolina and South Carolina, contact Breakthrough today at breakthrough-pt.com to see a physical therapist. Breakthrough Physical Therapy, a trusted choice for keeping athletes and their fans in the game. Hey, we made it easy for you here on Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Next Door Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Next Door with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Next Door Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
Back here inside JB Flaherty Park. Bottom half of the fifth inning, now a 7-3 lead for the Disco Turkeys after 2 runs. Came across as we look now at Jake Smith out of UNC Pembroke, or will most likely be a UNC Pembroke. On the roster, he's listed at number 25. Wearing number 26 tonight is Jake Smith.
That's why I couldn't find it.
A little tough. First pitch to Will Hood is in there for a strike one. His hat fell off.
That's what we like to say. A good save there, sir. Good save.
It's a little questionable. So he's a left-handed. Graduated just this year. As Will Hood lines one to the shortstop in Rodriguez. He'll fling it all the way over to first, but Will Hood looked like he beat it out, but a great play at first from Martinez.
The hard thing about now is the play, if it's a tie, does not go towards the runner. So that's exactly what happened. It was close.
So that's a tough one for Will Hood. And that brings up Jack Boyles, who had the error in the last inning. Looking to make up for it on this one. Swings for the first pitch he sees. First strike one. No info on Jake Smith, going to UNC Pembroke next year. Went to West Stokes High School. Had no earned runs across 3 innings in 11 appearances this past senior season with 7 Ks. His fastball hovers around 85, has a 75-mile-per-hour curveball, and a 74-mile-per-hour slider, along with around an 80-mile-an-hour changeup, according to his baseball report, which is a few years old. But again, it's very tough to find some of these guys, especially when they're wearing the wrong number on the roster. But 1-2 count to Jack Boyles, the shortstop. And the Fungo looking to string something together here. That pitch bounces before it gets to the plate, 2-2. Boyles got a single on his first at-bat back in the second. This is his second time up. Big windup from the lefty. His hat falls off and the pitch bounces in. That's a full count. So Jake Smith, struggling with his control a little bit. And by control, I do mean the control of his hat that keeps flying off his head after every pitch. So full count, 1 away already in this inning, a 7-3 lead for the Disco Turkeys. Fungo needs something going for the clock starts running out. Payoff pitch on the outside for ball 4. So a walk for Jack Boyles.
The extra hitter out of
brings up the extra hitter, Hunter Stone. struck out swinging his first time up. Played baseball a few miles away at Wakefield High School. I guess a little bit more than a few miles away, but around the same area. First pitch is fouled off, and his hat fell off once again. Start counting how many times his hat falls off.
Yeah.
Or I guess every time his hat doesn't fall off might be a miracle at this point. 0-1 count to Hunter Stone. As he rolls to the bottom of the line, the number 10 hole hitter for the Fungo. Trying to roll the lineup back over to get some of the top dogs a chance to cut into this deficit. That pitch inside, ball one.
Yeah, he's been reaching or picking up high for the new pitcher here.
Big lefty Jake Smith on the 1-1. Off the outside edge, 2-1.
Couldn't read my handwriting.
You know, I have that issue, too. I've actually had that issue forever. I was told growing up that I was already halfway on my way to being a doctor because my handwriting was just that bad.
Hey.
You know, I picked the next best option, which is broadcasting. That pitch off the inside, and they're going to call that one a strike.
I'll hit him. Woo-wee.
So a very interesting count, even up at 2 now. To Hunter Stone. On a pitch that looked closer to his belt buckle than the strike zone. But
somebody else thinks it's Thirsty Thursday down there, too.
That pitch inside, a little wonky half swinger just dropping the bat from Hunter Stone. Home plate umpire says he does not go. So a full count once more with one gone. And a runner on first in the form of Jack Boyles.
Everybody to the right here thought he swung once he dropped the bat.
Payoff pitch from Smith. Swing and a miss through the heater right by him. So 2 down now. And the Fungo will have their lineup roll over. It's Nick Badgett.
Only the third time
Now
that's rolled over here. So again, Disco Turkeys are being productive currently. But again, 2 outs here. Badgett has an opportunity with a double already to his name to kind of get that rally going here in the 5th.
Had the leadoff double to start the night for the Fungo. He swings right through that with that fastball. Been working very well so far for Jake Smith.
And the Fungo are having a hard time picking the ball off of his hand for Smith.
The 1 pitch, runner does go. That's a foul tip into the glove.
Ooh, hit the pitcher.
And almost looks like it hits the pitcher, but a stolen base for Jack Boyles.
Little smile on Smith's face.
That was just a wonky play all around. A foul tip off the bat of Nick Badgett.
Are they going to allow him? Wait, they're going to allow him to stay at second? Huh.
Looked like maybe there might have been some catcher's or batter's interference, I might say, but no avail. Oh, so 0-2 the count now to the 1-hole hitter. Now a runner in scoring position. That pitch going to be hit hard down the right field line. Trying to make a play on it is Breckbull, and he will do so. So no harm after the walk given up by Jake Smith. And the lead stays at 4 for this Turkeys. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Welcome to the town of Wake Forest, home of Fungo Baseball. We're glad you have joined us today in the Forest, and we're especially proud to have Mitchell Heating and Cooling as a sponsor and a supporter of Wake Forest Fungo Baseball. Mitchell Heating and Cooling's rich tradition is built on a reputation of quality, integrity, and a great value for the customer's dollar. For over 50 years, Mitchell Heating and Cooling has continuously met its customers' needs by maintaining, servicing, designing, and installing quality systems that will stand the test of time. Mitchell Heating and Cooling is a premier-level Trane comfort specialist that has been certified by Trane as having met Trane's stringent standards and is committed to being the best in every aspect of business. Reach out to us today at MitchellHVAC.com for all your heating and cooling needs. Enjoy your day here in the Forest and roll Fungo!
Hey, we made it easy for you here on Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Next Door Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Next Door with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Next Door Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
Leading off the top of the sixth inning for the Disco Turkeys, the second baseman, number 5, Tyler Scheidel.
Welcome back to Flaherty Park here in Wake Forest, North Carolina, home of your Wake Forest Fungo.
7-3 your score now in the top half of the sixth inning. Tyler Scheidel up for the third time. He hit a double and struck out swinging his 2 at-bats today. And a look at a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Jaden Bailey still on the mound for the Fungo. He's working quickly now. That pitch just high, ball 1. So the Fungo scoreless in the last few innings. And another swing and miss. So a 1-2 count as Bailey throws that one on the inside corner. That one looked like it bounced before it got to the plate. So this home umpire kind of working both ways,
Rodriguez.
as we've seen. But nonetheless, that'll bring up Alex Rodriguez, the 10-hole hitter, as Scheidel goes down on 4 pitches.
Hey, we'll take it here. You're the 1 out. You're in the back-to-back innings where Disco Turkeys have scored 2 runs apiece. Good pitch
Alex
there.
Rodriguez swings through the first one, gets a foul tip on it, but Bailey doing quick work so far. Rodriguez struck out looking and has walked in his 2 plate appearances. Getting closer to the third time the lineup will have rolled over for the Turkeys. That pitch outside for ball 2. Rodriguez had 1 at-bat in Tuesday's game versus the Ducks. Had an RBI because he walked with the bases loaded, so the easiest way to get an RBI in baseball.
Take it where you can.
Fell off that pitch off the inside of his foot, 2-2.
It hit Ruteki's little shin pads there. Whew, I know that hurts.
Always glad to have that equipment behind. You got a ball coming in at you about 85, 90 miles an hour, then off the bat, sometimes even faster. That pitch low, ball 3. So a full count to the extra hitter, the 10-hole hitter, Alex Rodriguez. As we mentioned before, no relation to the other Alex Rodriguez. That pitch going to be lined directly out to center field. Running to make the play will be Harding, and he'll squeeze and get the second out of the top half of the 6th. So 2 quick outs in this inning,
From the center fielder, number 39,
which is exactly what the Fungo need with the deficit at 4. Like we mentioned, scoreless in the last couple of innings, haven't scored since the 2nd. And meanwhile, back-to-back 2-run innings for the Disco Turkeys, but nearly out of it, it looks like so far.
What we saw last night against Tarboro.
First pitch going to be lined up the middle. Coming over to make the play will be Boyles, the shortstop.
What a play.
And he gets it just in time over to Will Hood. A 1-2-3 inning for Jaden Bailey and the Fungo, and they'll come up in the bottom of the 6th with a chance to cut into this deficit.
What a play.
Welcome to the...
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect restaurant or the right clothes. It also feels really good making the right insurance decision. That's where State Farm agent Margie White can help. Stop in at 234 Raleigh Road in Henderson and let her help you select the right protection at the right price. State Farm agent Margie White will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you know what to expect when the unexpected happens. Stop by and visit today at 234 Raleigh Road or give her a call at 252-598-0163. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Unforgettables.com. 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 Now that I have your attention, I want to take a moment to tell you about Unforgettables.com. Unforgettables.com specializes in hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. They also create a customized coaster, bottle opener, and so much more. Visit their website today at Unforgettables.com and follow them on all of their social media outlets today. That's Unforgettables.com.
do, son.
Back inside, JB Flaherty, bottom half of the 6th inning, 7-3. Your score. Fungo scoreless in their last 3 batting trips. Evan Harding leading off the bottom half. Jake Smith still out there, and Harding will swing through the first pitch, 0-1. Evan Harding had the double that brought home the first run of the contest back in the first, then struck out swinging in the third. This is 3rd time up, and that pitch at the knees for strike 2.
We talked a little bit earlier before that last play by the second baseman for the Fungo, the top of the half. You know, we scored 3 yesterday in the 3rd, and then not again until the 6th. So it's an opportunity for us here, and they call it a strike on that. And once again, another questionable call.
Foul tip. They're going to say it was a foul tip into the glove. So that will be a 3-pitch strikeout for Evan Harding. And the last thing that the Fungo need or want, down by 4, with just a few strands of outs left to go. So one away now, lefty v lefty matchup for Anthony Mita. That pitch out inside for Button. Mita 0 for 2 today, 3 yesterday with 2 walks, like we previously mentioned. Has just not gone there for the doubt in today's contest. Count even at 1 apiece after Jake Smith. Smith working quickly now. The high kick and deal out. So 2-1 the count. We have already seen Anthony Mita not one to swing at pitches he does not like. Players on this team. He'll line that one sharply, but over the fence for a foul ball. Evens the count at 2.
Oh, he broke his bat.
Shatters the bat on that one, getting into that high inside fastball. And he'll switch bats with Thomas Fox. And we'll talk a little bit about the batting. Normally in college, you obviously the hybrid or the aluminum bats that make the hard sound. In the Collegiate League, the lefty v lefty matchup. Mita looking to get on base for the first time in tonight's contest. 3-2, swing and a miss. He got on back-to-back strikeouts for Jake Smith, and Disco Turkeys are dealing so far defensively.
4 strikeouts for Smith. Wow.
That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Jackson Rutecki, playing behind the plate tonight. He's 0 for 2. Skied into the air for a first pitch ball. A little weird play behind the plate. Smith kicks and deals. That pitch will be lined into the left center field gap, and it will fall for a single. So Jackson Rutecki keeps the inning alive on a nice little bloop single, and it will bring up Thomas Fox for a chance to string a couple of hits and potentially runs.
Again, just a nice little bloop hit to the left fielder. Not much on it. Good swing on it, but not much where he got it off the end of the bat. So good for him. And now Thomas Fox an opportunity to move the runner over here.
Fox 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at a first pitch ball. Reached on an error in the first after a shortstop's errant throw, and then got a single back in the 4th. He's looking to keep the bottom half of the 6th alive for the Fungo. He'll swing and miss at that one. On a breaking ball in the dirt, 1-1.
Looks like it fooled him on that one a little bit. Wasn't happy with that.
Talk about Thomas Fox having a stellar above 300 average in his last collegiate season, but not doing so hot for the Fungo, a below 100 average. But it is still early.
That was pretty good. Foul ball off the tip, talking about the catcher for the Disco Turkeys, turned around, it fell right into his glove. It was impressive.
Pretty impressive, but they don't give you points for style in baseball or extra outs. So 1-2 count as we see Jack Smith kind of doing a Craig Kimbrell impression out there on the mound, one of the best closers in Major League Baseball, as that pitch could be lined foul down the left field line. And Fox stays alive with a 1-2 count. Speaking of Craig Kimbrell, he and Kenley Jansen, 2 pitchers this season already to reach 400 career saves, a great milestone for those 2. And Craig Kimbrell obviously has that little weird winged bat kind of pose that we kind of see Jack Smith imitating slightly. Not the best impression, but so far he's been pitching almost like Craig Kimbrell, not giving up a run so far in relief. That pitch will be fouled off the inside of Fox's foot, but he'll stay alive.
That's 3 in a row there for Fox.
3 foul balls in a row. Keeps his at-bat and the half inning alive. The Fungo have really been struggling to keep the bats hot ever since that second inning. Another 1-2 pitch from Jack Smith. That one just off the outside. 2-2. Good frame job by Conklin behind the plate. But home plate umpire did not budge. Count even at 2, 2 outs, runner on first. Bottom after the sixth inning, that pitch will be skied into right field. Right fielder Breckbull kind of lost it for a second, but recovers and makes the third and final out. So, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, no across. We'll go to the top half of the 7th with the Disco Turkey still leading 7-3.
At the end of 6, the score remains 7.
On behalf of everyone at Oliver's Towing, Towing for a Cure, in memory of Denise Ellis, Sandra Newton, along with all who have lost their battle and in honor of all living survivors. 100% of all ticket sales and proceeds go to Pretty in Pink Foundation in Raleigh, North Carolina on behalf of breast cancer awareness. The raffle tickets are for sale, $25 each or 5 for $100. First place, custom wrap snap on toolbox, $2,500 value. Second, a Vase Texas Roadhouse gift card, that's $550 value. Third place, a Roku 55-inch TV, a $248 value. Fourth, breast cancer theme diecast NASCAR and gas card, that's a $90 value. Fifth place, Still Magnolias gift card, $50 value. Sixth place, Fishing Creek gift basket. Drawing will be held at the Boy GM on October 28th at 2 p.m. You do not have to be present to win. Again, 100% of all ticket sales and proceeds go to Pretty in Pink Foundation in Raleigh, North Carolina. For more information, you can contact 919-693-2520 for all purchases or questions. Pretty in Pink Foundation, sponsored by everyone at Oliver's Towing, Towing for a Cure, in memory of Denise Ellis, Sandra Newton, along with all who have lost their battle and in honor of all living survivors. They are selling t-shirts and bracelets. T-shirts are starting at $12, depending on size, and bracelets are only $3 each. Towing for a Cure, Pretty in Pink Foundation, sponsored by everyone at Oliver's Towing. More information, 919-693-2520.
Top half of the 7th at JB Flaherty Park. Josh Bartosic alongside Trey Snide on Next Door Radio and the Wake Forest Fungo YouTube live stream. 7-3 your score in favor of the Disco Turkeys. Jaden Bailey still on the mound for the Fungo. Gets a first pitch foul to Devin Rodriguez, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking, lined out to Evan Harding in center, and walked back in the 5th. Came around to score in that big inning that kind of broke the game open slightly for the Disco Turkeys. That pitch a half swing, and that will be a foul on the other side.
That was a whoops swing, what we like to call it there.
Kind of saw him
Yep.
roll his head in frustration. That pitch low for ball 1, so 1-2.
Another one bounced in front of the plate for Bailey again, coming back out here in the top of the 7th.
There's a little bit more work in the bullpen, it looked like. Actually, this might be someone walking around. We'll see that pitch to be skied down the right field and just into the little bullpen area for the Fungo. So Rodriguez stays alive in a 2-2 count.
I love the man from Camo, our catcher, Rutecki, is very vocal back there. Talking about if it's a foul ball, you have room, it's out, it's out. You got to love that leadership from your catcher.
2-2 pitch could be hopped over the pitcher's head, but over to Mita at second. He'll swing it over to Hood at first and get the first out of the inning. So good job by Jaden Bailey to get the first out of the inning. As we've been calling Mita's name a lot defensively tonight, he's made a lot of putouts, made a lot of good plays, some smart diving plays. If we get a look at Caden Smith, his 4th time up, 0 for 2 on the day as well. He walked and came around to score in the 5th, similar to Rodriguez. That first pitch should be skied down the right field line, but foul. So 0-1 the count to Caden Smith. And you talk about Rutecki being vocal behind the plate. That's what you always want when you're on defense. You want your catcher to be vocal because honestly he has a better read as that pitch is hit deep into the left field gap. Chasing on it is Fox, and that ball is long gone off the trees. And my, oh my, what a shot from Caden Smith. Makes it an 8-3 ball game. And that ball might still be stuck in the trees right now.
Thomas Fox gave it a look out there.
Logan Conklin.
So again, just a good hit there by Disco Turkeys and Smith. But Bailey back up, nobody on. Only giving up 1 run here in the top of the 7th. Again, 1 out. Yeah, no harm done if we can get out right here.
Owen Conklin will hit that one hard on the first pitch he sees directly at Evan Harding, who will make the easy play out in center field. So 2 outs.
Left fielder number 3, Dion Tubbs.
Brings up Dion Tubbs, the left fielder, who was 1 for 2 on the day, had a single in the second, walked, and then grounded out in the 5th inning to the second baseman, Anthony Mita. He swings at the first pitch he sees. Harding giving chase in center field, and he'll make the play. So Jaden Bailey bounces back after the long solo shot, makes it an 8-3 ball game. Fungo running out of time here at Flaherty Park.
Welcome to the town of Wake Forest, home of Fungo Baseball. We're glad you have joined us today in the Forest, and we are especially proud to have Mitchell Heating and Cooling as a sponsor and a supporter of Wake Forest Fungo Baseball. Mitchell Heating and Cooling's rich tradition is built on a reputation of quality, integrity, and a great value for the customer's dollar. For over 50 years, Mitchell Heating and Cooling has continuously met its customers' needs by maintaining, servicing, designing, and installing quality systems that will stand the test of time. Mitchell Heating and Cooling is a premier-level Trane comfort specialist that has been certified by Trane as having met Trane's stringent standards and is committed to being the best in every aspect of business. Reach out to us today at MitchellHVAC.com for all your heating and cooling needs. Enjoy your day here in the Forest and roll Fungo!
Hey, we made it easy for you here on Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Next Door Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Next Door with you. All the local programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Next Door Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
Back inside JB Flaherty Park, bottom of the 7th inning. 8-3 your score after the solo shot. Coming off the bat of Caden Smith to extend the lead to 5. And Hogan Stallings, one of the hotter batters recently for the Fungo, but 0 for 2 today. It looks like they're actually going to do a pinch hit. It will be Alex Impasamato coming up in place of Hogan Stallings. Impasamato looks at a first pitch. You still see Jack Smith out there on the mound, the hard-throwing lefty. It's a 2-0 count, however, to Impasamato.
So Smith came in in the bottom of the 5th, and he's been tremendous ever since.
Struggling to find his control right now, though. A 3-0 count to Alex Impasamato.
I used my trick play on
The
that
reverse
one.
psychology.
That's right.
It's always a good one. That pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Impasamato, the redshirt junior out of Gulf Coast State College, hit .242 this past season with 7 runs and 3 RBIs. A .312 average on the season for the Fungo, as he'll take a 5-pitch walk and a leadoff batter on base for the Fungo.
So good start here for the Fungo to be able to get somebody on base for really back-to-back innings. First batter. Now we got Tommy Martinez coming up, number 1 for the Fungo, to be able to, with no outs here, good base hit, move the runner over to third. Got stuff cooking.
And Tommy Martinez will pop that up directly to the shortstop on the first pitch he sees. And that makes it One quick out.
Now batting the
Martinez
first
now
baseman for
0 for
UNC
3
Denver,
on the
number
day.
20, Will Hood.
And that brings up Will Hood.
I thought he was going to do one of those little trick plays where you get the double play where you drop it, tag second. I thought it was coming. I thought he was going to be that guy.
There's
That
always
dude.
a interesting play to see because some people might be like, oh, the infield fly roll, which is always one that throws off a lot of people in the game of baseball. We saw it way back when the Braves were in a National League divisional series and they had a infield fly roll that got called when the ball was actually halfway into left field and the ball dropped and prevented a couple runs from scoring. Then went on to lose that game and the series.
That was a terrible day.
And what was a string? Yeah, it was a string of a lot of tough years for the Braves, but they just won a World Series 2 years ago without their best player, Ronald Acuna. Thanks to some big plays from Jorge Soler, Freddie Freeman is one. And now the Braves are one of the best-built teams in all of baseball, leading the NL East right now by a hefty margin. Smith's first pitch to Will Hood is fouled back behind the plate. So 0-1 count.
Will Hood, winner of the player of the game for Mitchell's Heating Cooling last night. Opportunity for him to extend that here.
Hit that absolute bomb back in the second inning to tie the game for the Fungo. No scoring since then. And he'll hit one sharply on the ground, too short. Chance for two. There's one at second. Over to first. Not going to be in time. Will Hood beats it out. So the inning stays alive. But
Now
that
batting the shortstop for Belmont Abbey, number 15, Jack Boyles.
brings up Jack Boyles.
Single walk to his name. Boyle's opportunity here. Keep it going with 2 outs.
One of the better hitters of today's contest for Fungo, who have just struggled now 4 straight scoreless innings, in danger of a 5th. As the bullpen has done wondrous work so far for the Disco Turkeys. Smith deals the first pitch, and that is interesting play because the runner took off, and he tried to step off the mound, but that'll be a wild throw from first over to second and allows the runner in, Will Hood, to go from first to third in just one pick. Trying to steal on a left-hander never works out a lot of the time, but kind of caught the pitcher off guard, and then first baseman and Martinez just could not make a smart throw over. So now a chance for the Fungo to cut the lead to 4, just 90 feet away. As Jack Boyle still waits the first pitch, he'll see, and that first pitch is high for a ball.
That's a good jump. Man, looks like he was taking or stealing all the way there, Will Hood. And Smith threw it over, and just a poor throw from first to second. So opportunity right here.
Got to capitalize on those mistakes if you are the Fungo, as a foul ball makes the count even at 1 apiece.
A little small ball action is what we like to say.
Jack Boyles does have the speed if he wanted to lay down a bunt. The infield is playing
Well, he
quite
got 2
back.
outs, though.
That's the exact. You do have 2 outs. So it's possible that pitch catches the outside corner, 1-2.
Could have swore they were going to do that yesterday in the 8th.
We saw a lot of it. Well, we did see the infield playing very deep, or very in, we should say, in a lot of chances, and we saw the second base make a couple of big plays. That pitch could be skied down the left field line, hooking foul. Is it going to drop in? It will not. And the left fielder, Tubbs and Rodriguez, the shortstop, could not get to it in time. So it stays 1-2. Boyle stays alive and keeps the bottom of the 7th alive for the Fungo, looking to cut into this 5-run deficit and keep a 3-game winning streak alive.
This 2-run jack would be, this place would go crazy. Nice little crowd here, Ostero, here in Wake Forest.
It's trying to fill in from the games on the other side. And this crowd is looking for a big monster comeback. The 1-2 pitch, Boyles just gets a piece of it. Wasn't expecting the fastball, but keeps his at-bat alive. 1-2, 2 gone. Runner on third after the wild throw on the stolen base attempt. Disco Turkeys ahead 8-3. Smith kicks and deals. That ball will be lined sharply over to the shortstop. Diving play. He's a try and throw over, and he does not get it.
Hey, safe. Gonna give it? No,
see.
they're gonna call him
and
out.
they're gonna call him out. That was a tough one.
Wow.
But a remarkable play by Rodriguez out in short. Looked like potentially Boyles could have gotten there by a step, but the second base umpire says he got there. So it'll stay 8-3. Top of the 8th coming in just a few short moments.
The best time of year to get more for your money on new Mahindras. Enjoy 0% interest or save thousands of dollars on rugged Mahindra tractors. That's more for less on many of Mahindra's best-selling models, with tractors that deliver more lift capacity, fuel efficiency, and built-in weight. Save more on Mahindra today. Visit Vanco Outdoor Equipment, your local Mahindra tractor dealer. 0% APR. Financing available for limited time only. See us or go to MahindraUSA.com for more information.
Around 10 times and then take off to the guy to the red. Okay, on the count of 3. Start spinning. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, go faster. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Run.
Wow.
Nice job. Thanks, guys.
A little bit of dizzy bat action. Although it is Thirsty Thursday night. I don't know if they really needed the dizzy bats
Yeah, that's true.
on a night like tonight. It does always make the game a little more fun when they're already dizzy beforehand.
It's a good night for it, though. Thirsty Thursday, great beer, great food, and we do got a good ball game. Again, it's a matter of if we can stop them right here, top of the 8th.
We'll see a new pitcher come in for the Wake Forest Fungo. That's number 21. Looks to be Aiden Cooper. We'll
And a
get you
little
some of his
selfish plug
stats.
here on Next Door Radio. Aiden Cooper joined me on the Fungo Friday this past Friday. You can catch that interview live we did on our website at nextdoorradio.com. Go in the podcast section and the sports section. It'll be right there.
Always shameless plugs here
That's
on
right.
Next Door Radio. It's always fun to throw those in there.
Yep. Again, congratulations to him for being committing to South Carolina Beaufort.
That's right. Originally was at Lewisburg College this past season. Had a 7.91 ERA with 24 Ks. Now at South Carolina Beaufort for the next season.
Started at Citadel and then went back down to Lewisburg because he wanted to get some playing time. Wasn't quite ready, in his words, wasn't ready for Citadel in D1 because in high school, that's what he wanted to do. 154 pounds as a senior.
He's put on a little more weight
Oh,
since
yeah.
then. Still that lengthy.
Yeah, 195 now.
Some good ways. That first was to be lined directly to Anthony Mito, who will just calmly make the play. Didn't even have to move. Didn't phase him one bit. So one quick out for Aiden Cooper and the Fungo. And they're going to need some quick outs with just 6 outs of their own remaining until this game goes down as a loss. That'll bring up a new batter for the Disco Turkeys, not number 35 in Pyramid Breckpool like you, or excuse me, not number 54 in Derek Martinez as you would be expecting. It's going to be number 9, whose number we unfortunately just don't seem to have. One of the few times you'll see that. So an unknown man batting, and he looks at a first pitch strike. So we'll have to see if Mr. Mystery Man can find a way to get on base, but he's already down 0-2. Direction the count is 1-2.
Chase Locklear is his name.
Chase Locklear, there we go. Well, Chase Locklear just went down on 4 pitches. A nice swinging strikeout for Aiden Cooper. 2 quick outs for the Disco Turkeys, and the Fungo now just 1 away from getting a 1-2-3 inning. That'll bring up Max Gustafson. Just kidding, it will not bring
Chase
up Max Gustafson.
Locklear.
That'll bring up Calvin Schubert, who takes over for Max Gustafson. Schubert, a sophomore righty out of Transylvania University. Hit 329 this past season. Looks at a first pitch strike. Hit 329 for the Pioneers. 38 runs, 23 RBIs, 25 stolen bases. Led his team in stolen bases. 17 more than the second best player on the team. So he is certainly a threat on the base pass, which may be why he's in right now. If he can get on base, immediately could see him start going to second and possibly even third. Count even at 1 apiece for the new pitcher, Aiden Cooper. That's strike 2 to Calvin Schubert. So 1-2 the count. 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th inning. We get time for Schubert. Fungo just 1 strike away out of this 8th inning.
Aiden Cooper's coming throwing. Not only he's just poised. He's that veteran leadership that you like. And Ratuki wanted to strike there. He thought that was it.
Home plate umpire does not agree. It's 2-2 now with 2 going in this 8th inning. This is the second pinch hitter for Disco Turkeys.
Wow, what
that
a
pitch.
pitch.
Beautiful
Oh, my
curveball.
goodness.
Froze the batter. 1-2-3, go the Disco Turkeys. And the Wake Forest Fungo will get a chance to try to get some runs back at the bottom half of the 8th right after this.
PlumServe LLC technicians have over 20 years of experience in plumbing repair and services. They pride themselves in being a local, honest, and professional company. Let them give you a quote today on those needed upgrades in your home. Your choice for plumbing in Creedmoor, Oxford, Henderson, Durham, Raleigh, Chapel Hill, Cary, Apex, Stem, Garner, and the greater Triangle area. Visit their website today to schedule. You can contact them there as well. PlumServeLLC.com. Again, that's PlumServeLLC.com. Hey, we made it easy for you here on Next Door Radio and NextDoorRadio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Next Door Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Next Door with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Next Door Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
Extra hitter number 41.
Back inside
Hunter
JB
Stone.
Flaherty Park. Josh Bartosik alongside Trey Snide here on Next Door Radio. And still technically the Wake Forest Fungo live stream. A little bit of technical difficulties, but those will get back up eventually. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Score is 8-3 in favor of the Disco Turkeys. Jake Smith still on the mound. This brings up Hunter Stone, the 10-hole hitter. For the Fungo, his first pitch, he'll swing hard and foul it off down the right field line for strike 1.
Get here in the 8th, bottom in the 8th. The starts right. You got to do something here in this inning because you only got 3 more outs.
6 outs left, and Hunter Stone now down 0-2. Swung it right through that one. Fell to his knees in the process. He struck out swinging twice today. He did not make that a 3rd time. As we see Jack Smith kind of working a little bit faster now. That long windup, he kicks and deals on the 0-2, and then he swings and misses. So Stone down on 3 pitches, and Jack Smith has been absolutely perfect. Not necessarily absolutely perfect, but has been absolutely beautiful so far for Disco Turkeys ever since coming in relief. Lineup rolls over. It'll be Nick Badgett. Badgett hitless since getting that first inning leadoff double. And he looks at a first pitch ball high and outside.
I am.
So 1-0 is the count. That pitch at the knees, they'll call it a strike. The count even at 1 with 1 already gone to Nick Badgett. 1 for 3 on the day. That pitch low and inside. That's ball 2. So a 2-1 count now to the leadoff batter. Jake Smith still absolutely dealing out there on the mound. Winds and kicks, and that one gets Badgett to strike right through it. So 2-2 the count now. Smith doing a good job mixing the off-speed and the fastball so far. 2-2 pitcher to be fouled hard down the right field line. So Badgett stays alive 2-2 in the count. Smith winds, fires, and deals a ball well inside. So a full count now to Badgett. And he'd be a big early base runner in this 8th inning for a team that's in a desperate need of some runs. Payoff pitch from Smith. Low and outside. And correction, that was actually the 3rd ball. I have lost count. Math is a bit tough for me, apparently, up in the press box. But it is the end of the school year, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of slack.
And it's pushing 9 o'clock. You know, it's past my bedtime here. We're getting there.
Absolutely. So now the payoff pitch will be coming from Jack Smith, but he steps off the mound and recollects himself. Looking for the punch out for the 2nd straight time.
Late time there by the batter. I'm surprised the umpire gave it to him.
That payoff pitch fouled off by Badgett.
Oh, he's mad at himself. That's the pitch he wanted. That was a perfect pitch to drive it to the right field.
Hanging slider, which is exactly what every hitter seems to want in a game like this where you need some sort of jolt in the offense. He just missed that one. But getting on base in any way is still helpful to this Fungo team. As we get another payoff pitch from Jack Smith. And he'll get Badgett to swing right through that one. Another blazing fastball. So 2 swinging strikeouts quickly.
Evan Harding.
And that'll bring up Evan Harding, who's similar to Nick Badgett. No hits since his double in the 1st inning. Harding 1 for 4 last night with a run and a walk. He'll foul the first pitch off that he sees right behind us. 0-1 your count. Oh, 1 pitch from Smith is right down the middle off speed. First strike, 2. So Harding and the Fungo in danger of going down 1-2-3 on 3 consecutive strikeouts. In need of some runs. That pitch, he just whiffs right at that one. Chased that one in the dirt. And that will be a strikeout after the throw over to first. So 3 strikeouts swinging for Jack Smith and the Disco Turkeys. We'll be back for their final inning right after this.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Breakthrough Physical Therapy can help athletes and their families find pain relief with lasting results to keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across North Carolina and South Carolina, contact Breakthrough today at breakthrough-pt.com to see a physical therapist. Breakthrough Physical Therapy, a trusted choice for keeping athletes and their fans in the game.
Oliver's Towing and Recovery is a family-owned and operated local business since 1965. This local family business does towing and recovery in and surrounding areas of Granville County. Oliver's Towing and Recovery also does jump starts, lockouts, tire changes, fuel delivery, local and long-distance tows, and medium and heavy-duty towing. Call today if you need a pick-me-up from Oliver's Towing and Recovery at 919-693-2520. That's 919-693-2520, or find them online at oliverstowingllc.com. There's nothing too big or too small for Oliver's Towing and Recovery.
Hey, we made it easy for you here on Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Next Door Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Next Door with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Next Door Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Back inside for the top of the ninth inning
Leading
inside
off the top of
JB
the ninth
Flaherty
inning.
Park. Josh
And the
Martosik
Disco
alongside
Turkeys
Trey
is
Snyder.
second baseman, number
8-3 is your
Tyler
score
Shootout.
in favor of the Carolina District Turkeys. A new pitcher on the mound for Lake Forest Fungo. We're not entirely sure who it is. Apparently they're not supposed to be here. It could either be Dawson Smith or Wesley Driscoll. Both of them have been known to wear the number 27. But this brings up the first batter of the inning for the Disco Turkeys, which will be Tyler Scheichel, who is 1 for 3 on the day, had the double back in the second and has struck out twice since then. And no swing at the first pitch he sees, and that one will just roll foul. So a 1-1 count to Scheichel. Or Scheidel, I should say, excuse me. Or 0-2, I do believe is what the umpire said. It's very tough to tell with the ever-changing strike zone.
That's right.
In today's contest.
I agree.
That pitch fouled off. So Scheidel stays alive for now.
Almost got him to swing and miss there. Kind of the end of the bat popped it up behind the press box here.
0-2 still the count to the 9-hole hitter for the Ducks. Or excuse me, not the Ducks, the Disco Turkeys. Disco Turkeys played the Ducks just recently. That one hits him right in the head. And on an 0-2 pitch, that is the last thing
Now batting number 41.
that you want to do
Alex
as a pitcher. Gets a
Rodriguez.
free base, and then I'll bring up what should be Alex Rodriguez for his 4th at-bat.
Is that the 4th hit by pitch today? Is that right? Or is that 3?
That is
2.
number 4.
Yeah.
And that one was the first one where I think there really is no way to get out of the way. That
No.
one just hits him straight in the
He
head.
actually tried to, so there you go.
And this time the ump did call it. So Alex Rodriguez comes up, looks at the first pitch, strike. He is 0 for 2 on the day, walked back in the 4th, but has struck out and lined out since. That pitch is outside for ball 1, and the Disco Turkeys looking to add even more insurance in what might seem to some people like a clear-cut victory, but we have seen crazier things at JP Flaherty Park than just a 5-run comeback.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've got the offensive power to be able to do it.
That pitch will be lined into the right center field gap. That'll get down. That one should send the runner to third. He's going to test it. The throw
Oh
from
my
Monty over to
good-
third. An absolute rocket.
What a
but
throw.
off balance. And that will allow the batter in Rodriguez to move up to second. So it might be scored as a single. And it most likely will be. But the runners go to second and third.
Back to the top of the lineup with the center fielder, number 39, Chuck Evans.
Nick Badgett threw a dart. Wow.
An absolute dart. But it does allow but it was just off balance, or just off in terms of accuracy, and allows runners to go to second and third. Still no outs, and now a great chance for the top of the lineup that has really struggled so far in this contest to bring home some extra runs for the Disco Turkeys. That for pitch on the inside upper corner, strike 1. As we talk about this top of the lineup, Chuck Evans 0 for 4 on the day. Devin Rodriguez 0 for 3 with a walk. And Kane Smith, the only one to get a hit, as that one is to be skied into shallow left field. Making the play and calling for it is the shortstop Boyles. That will be 1 away. And gets rid of the leadoff batter, which now makes him 0 for 5 tonight. The only Disco Turkey did not reach on base by any means. So tough night for him. And that brings up Devin Rodriguez. Swings through that first one, 0-1. So, whichever number 27 we have right now, again, tough to tell, could be Dawson Smith or Wesley Driscoll. They're going to get themselves out of the jam that they have put themselves in. As that one is hit short, softly on the ground. The play at the
what a
plate.
play.
Smart play by the third baseman in Martinez. Throws over to Ritucky and retires the batter. That was in the form of Tyler Scheidel, and keeps the lead at 5 and gets the second out.
What a heads-up play by the third baseman.
Tyson Limpson.
That was a
Martinez.
batter to move over to first on the fielder's choice. This brings up Tyson Lipscomb, another pinch hitter for the Disco Turkeys. We see a lot of that now as this lead is kind of stalled at 5 for a while. Taking over for Caden Smith, who hit that shot into left field to make it a 5-run lead back in the 7th. As Lincecum looks at a second pitch strike. So 1-1 is the count. Lincecum out of Franklin College hit .317 with 47 runs, 45 RBIs, 7 homers, and 12 stolen bases. Led the Grizzlies in walks and doubles. He had 15 doubles, so very dangerous hitter himself, and he'll hit one sharply on the ground to first and just going to jog over and make the play. Will be Hood. Thought about it, and that will be the third out. So rally time coming up now for the Fungo, down by 5. Do they have it in them? We'll find out when we come back on the radio.
On behalf of everyone at Oliver's Towing for a Cure, in memory of Denise Ellis, Sandra Newton, along with all who have lost their battle and in honor of all living survivors. 100% of all ticket sales and proceeds go to Pretty in Pink Foundation in Raleigh, North Carolina on behalf of breast cancer awareness. The raffle tickets are for sale, $25 each or 5 for $100. First place, custom wrap snap-on toolbox, $2,500 value. Second, a Vase Texas Roadhouse gift card, that's $550 value. Third place, a Roku 55-inch TV, a $248 value. Fourth, breast cancer theme diecast NASCAR and gas card, that's a $90 value. Fifth place, Steel Magnolias gift card, $50 value. Sixth place, Fishing Creek gift basket. Drawing will be held at the Boyd GM on October 28th at 2 p.m. You do not have to be present to win. Again, 100% of all ticket sales and proceeds go to Pretty in Pink Foundation in Raleigh, North Carolina. For more information, you can contact 919-693-2520 for all purchases or questions. Pretty in Pink Foundation, sponsored by everyone at Oliver's Towing for a Cure, in memory of Denise Ellis, Sandra Newton, along with all who have lost their battle and in honor of all living survivors. They are selling t-shirts and bracelets. T-shirts are starting at $12 depending on size, and bracelets are only $3 each. Towing for a Cure, Pretty in Pink Foundation, sponsored by everyone at Oliver's Towing. More information, 919-693-2520. Hey, we made it easy for you here on Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Next Door Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Next Door with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Next Door Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
Final 3 outs for the Fungo. Down by 5 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Anthony Mita up to bat first. And a new pitcher on the mound for the Disco Turkeys.
Breckenball looks like to come directly down the middle, but he didn't call a strike.
That pitch is fouled off. No idea who this pitcher is. Another mystery one with the just really no idea who is wearing what number tonight for the Disco Turkeys.
So right, it is number 38, but we don't know. Fortunately, we just don't know who that is.
Unfortunate indeed. He's got Mita behind in a 1-2 count. Big right-hander on the bump. And a good take for Mita to make the count even at 2 apiece. Mita, Ruteki, and Fox are the 3 batters up as Mita looks at a ball to even the count up at 4. Even the count to full. Move the count to full. Mita 0 for 3 on the day. Ruteki 1 for 3. And Thomas Fox 1 for 3 as well as Mita hits that one sharply on the ground to first. And a nice scooping play by Martinez over there to get the first out and retire Mita.
Now batting the catcher from Campbell University.
0 for 4 there for Mita
Jackson
tonight.
Ruteki.
Almost an exact opposite of what we saw last night from Mita, but that'll bring up Jackson Ruteki. Going to keep, or at least start something for the Fungo. It looks like a first pitch ball high. The 1-0 from the big right-hander on the mound. That pitch looked like it may have hit him, but I just grazed the shirt. 2-0.
Clock has turned at 9 o'clock. You can see the lights are bright, ready to roll. Nice for a good old walk-off. Starts here, though.
Fungo in need of a base runner. One already gone in the bottom half of this 9th inning. The 2-0 pitch. Outside ball 3. Good eye so far from the 4-hole hitter Ruteki. And one pitch away from finding himself on base and eventually starting something for Wake Forest. 3-0 pitch outside ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Ruteki. Now I'll bring up Thomas Fox.
Here we go.
Thomas Fox.
Runner on, 1 out. Already reached on an error. He has a single to his name. You got some room out there in the outfield.
Outfielders playing very deep, not wanting anything to get over their heads. As that first pitch is down the middle, 4 strike 1.
Fox hasn't been extremely excited about the strike zone here this evening, all night long.
Seen him not necessarily vocal, but very physical reactions coming from that pitch outside ball 1. So 1-1 with 1 out and 1 runner on in the bottom half of this 9th inning. And he hits that one softly over to first. No play at second, potential play at second, but he would have to tag him. That ball goes off the glove and will allow Ruteki to move up to third. But they do get the force out at first. But because they stepped on the bag, you would have to tag the runner at second. Not able to do so was the shortstop Rodriguez. And that will allow a runner to get 90 feet away from scoring. It'll bring up Alvin Pasamato, the potential final batter of the night for the Wake Forest Fungo. He walked when he came in for Stallings back in the 7th, and a look at a first pitch strike. A 1 pitch nearly hit him. 1-1.
Little two-out rally here. Runner on third. Little base hit to get it going.
1-1 pitch outside ball 2. We'll talk a little bit about while we have that runner on third. In all but 2 innings, the Wake Forest Fungo have left a runner on base. And that has ultimately led to their downfall in today's contest. Lots of chances, but just not able to advance the runners home. And that was why they find themselves down by 5 with just 1 out remaining on the 2-1 pitch. That one on the outside corner, 2-2.
Down to the final strike here.
So Fungo 1 strike away, 1 out away from seeing their 3-game winning streak end. 2-2 pitch. Just on the inside, 3-2. A good take from Pasamato. So a full count, 2 outs. Runner on third, still down by 5. Long way from making this one competitive. That pitch is high. So 2 runners on now. And a chance for Tommy Martinez now to keep the rally going.
So Pasamato's, both of his at-bats have been walk. So Martinez, 0 for 3 tonight.
Martinez coming into this contest had a .350 average, 7 runs, 5 RBIs. But like you mentioned, 0 for 3 on the day. And that pitch hits him So that'll load the bases.
Here we go.
And now things get a little bit more interesting for the Wake Forest Fungo. So the bases are juiced. Now we'll bring up Will Hood.
Pitching coach A.J. Lewis of the Carolina Disco Turkeys comes out to talk to him. A little bit erratic. 2 outs. He was impressed with the first 2 batters. Now we have bases loaded. Who would you rather have at bat than right now? Will Hood. We've seen it over and over and over here this year.
Will Hood, who had the home run back in the second inning, and a home run here makes things very, very interesting. So bases are juiced. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, 5-run game, which now makes that solo shot back in the 7th inning by Caden Smith that much more important if something happens here. First pitch to Will Hood. He'll swing right through that one. Couldn't catch up to the fastball, 0-1.
Come on, big guy. Let's drive it here. Put a couple on. Get some momentum and some confidence.
Fouls that one off and finds himself down and behind in the count quickly. 0-2. 1 for 3 on the day. Reached on a fieldless choice his last time up in the 7th, but hit that absolute bomb back in the 2nd, which was the last run that the Fungo scored. 0-2 pitch. That one bounces on its way to the plate. Good job behind the dish from Conklin to keep it in front of him. And the inning stays alive for Wake Forest. 1-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded, 5-run game. The pitch is going to be grounded sharply on the ground to shortstop, and he'll try and throw it across his body to first.
Hey, safe.
It's not going to be
safe.
in time. They're going to say he's safe. A run comes across the score, and just like that, a home run ties this game up. An infield single, great hustle from Will Hood. And just like that, it's a 4-run ball game.
Hey. 2-out rally here. Down by 4. It's a Boyles.
Jack Boyles did not hit a home run this year for Belmont Abbey, and has yet to hit a home run this season for Fungo. Looks at a first pitch strike.
No better time than right now.
Hit a single in the 2nd and walked in the 5th before grounding out his last time up. He'll swing and foul that one off. So another 0-2 count for the Fungo. And they're down to the last strike one final time. Or once again, I should say, not one final time. Don't want to.
They don't do that.
0-2 pitch working quickly. That one outside, ball one. Great eye from Boyles. And if you're Jack Boyles, just keeping this inning alive, finding any way to get on base is absolutely necessary. No need to hit a home run. Just keep the inning going. And he'll foul that one off, stay alive.
Got the pitch he wanted. That's the one he wanted. What a ball game.
8-4 the score, bases loaded. Home run ties it. And the 1-2 pitch.
Nope.
Good check swing from Boyles on the slider away. That normally gets a lot of batters. And great plate discipline. Beautiful pitch. Couldn't get him to bite. Count even at 2. Almost a perfect pitch. Just could not get Boyles to get all the way around. 2-2 pitch.
Got him.
Right down the middle, strike 3. That'll seal the game. A beautiful breaking ball. And the Disco Turkeys come away with a victory, 8-4. And we see the Wake Forest Fungo winning streak end at 3.
They gave themselves a chance at the end. One big knock there by Boyles could have changed the outcome, really, of this ball game. 8-4 win for the Turkeys, the Disco Turkeys. So great ball game. They gave themselves a chance to win. That's what I love about this Fungo's program.
They battled till the last step. Obviously, the player of the game for the Disco Turkeys at least has to be Jack Smith, the left-hander, coming in and pitching incredibly in relief. Did not give up a run, only I think 1 or 2 hits to his name. But that'll do it from us here at Next Door Radio. For Trey Snide, I'm Josh Bartosi. We thank you for joining us, and we'll see you for the next Wake Forest Fungo game.